Hello and welcome to my channel, friends. My name is Lynn, and this is a first look at the My Sweet Petunia Cut a Line tool. And I cannot believe I've gone this long in life without this tool, because if it does what I think it does, I'm not sure how it is that I have not heard about it. And the only reason why I heard about it recently is because it was on super sale on the Craft Stash website, and I just checked that it doesn't seem that the listing is available anymore. Um, but I think it was more than half off when I picked it up, and there's actually and folks can let me know in the chat how long this has been out. Let me know how long it is that I could have had this tool had I been paying attention. But there are two rulers, and this one goes to 15 inches and the second one goes to 8. And there's lots and lots of lines on here. And there's in the center, let's see if I can show this. There's actually like a little, that's a little bit thick. There's a slit in the center. See? And in theory, you should be able to actually line this up where you want and cut. So this being my first look video, it's really just about me opening it and using it for the first time. And what I wanted to show is how I plan to use this. There's probably like loads of other ways to use this, but essentially there are a lot of lines and there's lots of tick marks, grids, so that you can easily get to the measurements that you're looking for. But the thing that I constantly find a need for and did not know that this tool existed um, is for cutting like little sentiments like these. So what you can do is you can actually line this up so that these marks on the one side of this gap here can kind of give you like an even spacing. So I'm gonna take, say, one of these lines here that runs this way. I'm going to line that up with the bottom of my little sentiment here, and then I'm gonna cut using that center gap. And I flip my sentiment to the other side, then I can line it up in the same way. So let's see if we can do this. Now I don't generally like cutting on. You can cut onto your glass mat, shouldn't be a problem, but because knives can slip on glass mats, I tend to like cutting into my cutting mat. So I'm gonna use this mat instead, and that way that's less likely to slip as well. So then I'm gonna put one of those vertical lines at the bottom of my sentiment. And the reason why this is hard to do with a trimmer is because a lot of times these are so small. And let's see if I can cut. Let's see. Now it is just plastic and it does not have a metal cutting edge. So you kind of want to be careful that you're not. I think I made it through all the way. Yep, see? Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. And then now I can flip to this side and line it up against the same line, and then I'm gonna be then I'll have the same width. So which line did I use? Let me double check what line I actually used. so it was the closest line. Okay. So cool. Okay, so now I should be able to just go through like that. I'm pretty sure I've cut all the way through. Look at that. Look how, see how the top and bottom, the spacing's perfect? Ah, that's so cool. And then, so you can kind of do the same thing this way too. So you can kind of measure, because there are lines, so you can just pick a line and measure, like if you want, even spacing left and right, you can do the same thing. And to make sure that you're nice and square, you can line up the bottom with one of the lines on the ruler, and then measure one of the vertical lines, or line up one of the vertical lines with the end of the. Like, the only thing that I worry about is, because this is just plastic, it is possible you could, I guess, kind of cut into your plastic ruler a little bit. So it could happen, but this is working really well for what I want to use it for. Because I usually just eyeball these things on my trimmer, and I can never really get my trimmer to cut like that close to the sentiment, because it's smaller than what or at least what my different trimmers can measure. So look how cool. I love it. Okay, this was a score. I really like it a lot. So I don't know that I'll have like a follow-up in-depth review of this. This is a pretty quick one. But the longer ruler, I don't know that I'll necessarily need this one, because I don't generally need to cut 12 by 12 papers, so I might just kind of put this away and store it to one side. But this one I really love, so that I can hand cut little sentiments like that. I just think it's really convenient, pretty easy to use, pretty easy to kind of see and line everything up. And this was definitely something that I am not able to do very easily on my trimmers, because look at how small a piece of paper this is. You can't really hold this, on your trimmer, especially once you have the one side down. So yeah, I like this. I cannot believe I've lived this long and crafted this long without one of these. So, but I'm happy, better late than never. I have one now, and I'm gonna make good use of it. Thanks for catching this first look video, and I'll try to find it in other places if I can. I know on CraftStash I didn't see it anymore, but if I can find it in other places, I'll link to it in the description box below. Thanks again, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.